gets the pin. Raiders are clawing their way back in this game.
Just snipes one.
It's over. Safe. Oh my God!
Did you see that? Great diving play.
He's hit a touchdown. Hastings Raiders win the ball game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HCTV's coverage of Hastings Hawks baseball. I'm Johnny Stocker alongside Derek Simon, and we're here at a sweltering night at Vetch Park, Hastings, Minnesota, to bring you CCVL action between the Hastings Hawks and the Red Wing Aces as we get a look into Red Wings dugout. Longtime rivals, these two teams. Let's get a look at the Red Wing Aces batting order. Leading off, the left fielder, Tyler Rogers. Batting second, number 39, center fielder, Brody Gibbart. Batting third, catcher, number 24, Reed Hartman. Batting fourth, number 3, Dixon Irwin over at first base. Batting fifth, number 7, second baseman, Adam Tegeson. Batting sixth, number 40, third baseman, Nick Azar. Batting seventh, number 25, the shortstop, Ethan Luce. Batting eighth, number 44, Abe Reinitz will be the DH tonight. And in the 9th spot, number 4, right fielder, Fulcher Heggie. Defensive alignment for the Hawks. Across the outfield, Cooper Pagel, Jack Selesky, Bennett Brathel. Around the infield, Dylan Larson, Max Kaplan, Zach Simon, Taylor Pagel, Johnny Teglin behind the plate, and Hawks veteran number 21, Dennis Reinhardt, taking the bump for the Hawks tonight. Here we get a look at Denny. Couple good outings, starts for Dennis this year when he's been called into duty. He hasn't pitched a whole lot of games, pitched some out of the dugout, but kind of a lighter night for the team here tonight. So Dennis getting the start. You can see he's got a little bit of a sleeve on his right elbow there tonight. Actually, umpire, I think, is forcing him to bring that back up, and it slipped down a little bit. So I think the umpire is forcing him to adjust that a little bit. It looks like he's got it, that compression sleeve set up, ready to go now.
Leading up for the Aces, number 1, Tyler Rogers.
Okay. Tyler Rogers will start things off against number 21, Dennis Reinhardt. There's a strike on the outside corner. That one is slapped out to shortstop. Throw across to first, reach over, and Pagel does manage to make the play. A nice stretch over there. Has to come off the bag a little bit, but that is the first out of the game. Number 2 hitter, Brody Gibbart. Thank you, Gibbart. Bruce is correct. That threw me off a little bit. That is Gibbart. Little chopper. Dennis has got it on the second pitch. Underhand over to first base, 2 away. So 2 quick outs on the ground for Denny.
Oh, okay. That's my bad.
Next batter, number 24, Reed Hartman.
I am picking up an entire press box.
I apologize. I must have what happened.
That's not the one.
It's not.
First pitch is in for a strike to Rod Hartman. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. Down and away, good block, 1 and 2. That's popped foul and out of play.
There's
1 and
the
2.
First one, courtesy of the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency. Bring that to concessions for a $1 reward.
One and 2 is chopped foul off himself at the plate. Sorry, folks, a little bit of technical difficulty getting our mic level straightened out here. Getting a little bit of background noise. Sounded like it might have been going on. I think I like where we're at now. So 2-2 pitches down and away. Two delivery, half swing. He went around and ball hits the ground. Johnny will have to throw it down to first base to complete the strikeout. But Dennis with a nice 1-2-3 quick inning and a quick first, top of the first.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Get another look at that strikeout pitch. And just to get some to go around. And good quick inning by Dennis, 11 pitches.
All right, for you Red Wing fans, don't forget that Action Jack is here. What is it, KCUB? Is that what I'm remembering correctly for the radio station? And of course, for the Hawks,
These two teams, of course, played last month down in Red Wing at the F. Hawks picked up the 5-3 win in 10 innings down there. Very fun Friday night game, actually, down in Red Wing. So Hawks going for the sweep. Red Wing coming up to try to get the split. So we get a look into the Hawks dugout. Here's a look at their lineup tonight. Leading it off, third baseman Dylan Larson. Batting second, Jack Selesky in center field. Max Kaplan, the shortstop, batting third. Johnny Teglin catching, batting fourth. Max Krebs, the DH, batting fifth. Taylor Pagel over at first base tonight, batting sixth. Bennett Brathel out in right, batting seventh. Cooper Pagel out in left, batting eighth. And Zach Simon, second base in the 9 spot tonight. Defensive alignment for the Aces: Rogers, Gibbert, and Heggie across the outfield from left to right. Azar, Luce, Tigason, and Irwin around the Aces infield. Hartman behind the plate, and Aiden O'Brien taking the hill for the Aces. I believe he pitched that first game down in Red Wing. Hawks got 3 off him early, but then he ended up pitching 7 very good innings against the Hawks. Shut him down after that. All right, throw down to second, and we'll get Larson with his first AB of the game.
leading off for Hastings, third baseman, number 18, Dylan Larson.
A couple of different numbers than you're used to for the Hawks tonight. Larson is number 18, usually 47 for the Hawks. They have decided to go with the black jerseys tonight on this sweltering evening here at Vets Park. Even though you'd think that'd be counterintuitive, the material of the blacks is a little bit more breathable, I believe I've been told, than the golds. So on this hot night, the team decided that would be a little bit more comfortable as Larson takes strike one. And that is lined off the pitcher, O'Brien. He finds it in time to throw over to first base for the out. Line drive smoked right back at O'Brien. It flicked off his glove and got down in his feet. Took him a couple seconds to find it, but because the ball was hit so hard right at him, he did manage to pick it up and throw Larson out at first. Had to chase it a little bit there, you see, but it took him towards the first base bag anyway. Still time enough to get Larson by a step and a half. Jack Zaleski will step in, and he'll take a strike on the inside part of the plate. That one is hit sharply towards third base. Throw over 2 away. It's Azar over at third. Thrown across to Dixon Irwin. Longtime catcher for the Aces, getting a start over there at first base. Here's Max Kaplan, the shortstop. He'll take a strike over the outside corner. 0-1. That's outside, 1-1. That is popped up into short left field. It could be trouble. And that is going to land fair. And so Capstan was going to be aboard with a little Texas League single. Sorry, it took me a minute to call that. Hard to see out there. We've got some sunlight looking into the shadows. It's going to be a little tricky for the batters for about an inning and a half here until the sun gets itself down a little bit farther. So Alex is going to bring up Johnny Tegland. Takes one down and away, ball 1. That is just a little nubber up to first base. Going to be collected by Irwin. He'll take it over the bag. That will do it for the Hawks in the first inning. They get a 2-out single. Cannot advance them. We're through an inning complete, scoreless ball game. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be back with you for the second inning in a minute.
He gets the pin. What a move, what a goal! Oh, what a shot, scores! The Raiders, can they get the lip? Yes, they do.
Just snipes one.
Oh my God!
And reaching up and making the play.
It's ball game.
Over.
Looking to throw, and she's going to get the first down.
Gone! Touchdown, Raiders!
The United Heroes League mainly uses sports as a bridge to help military families stay active and engaged in their communities. We have over 40 professional teams that partner with us for free tickets and camps. We provide access to free sporting equipment.
UHL has provided us with a lot of equipment and a lot of gear that is otherwise sometimes hard to attain.
It's really cool. I get all this free stuff, and it's because of my great dad, who is a veteran.
UHL has been a great supporter, not just for our family, but for all the military families.
We're excited to see what the future holds. We can't wait to see where it goes.
Hey, back at you for the top of the second inning. We get a look at some of our cameramen there in the shade. See if they got the umbrella shading on this extremely hot evening. Might be down a tick below 90 now.
We also had some of these shadows with the sunlight's just above the tree line here. Once I get down there and get the lights on, hopefully everything will look a little bit better on the screen.
Yeah, basically that shadow line is almost right up across home plate now, as you can see in that shot. So it's going to be, I think, a weird inning to try to hit in. As there's just a little nubber up the first baseline by Irwin. Pagel's got it. He takes 2 steps over the bag, and 1 pitch, 1 out.
Your next batter, second baseman, number 7, Adam Tegeson.
That's outside. 1-0. That's down at the bottom of the zone, 1-1.
I can do a static wide one out there if you need.
Little chopper wide of the third base bag.
Nice breaking ball there by Denny. Everything so far has been very softly hit by the Aces. Off to a good start. It's his third, I believe we were talking out there, it was his third league start this year.
Down and away, 2-2. Three and two now at this point. We had a little confusion, sorry, between two people keeping the count, but we're sure it's 3-2 now. And managed to hold his swing, and Tegeson will be the first base runner of the game for the Aces, drawing the walk.
Now batting number 40, third baseman, Nick Azar.
Snap throw down to first base, and the runner's back. And that breaking ball hangs up high, 2-0. Chopper up wide at third base. Sorry we haven't had Derek on the broadcast yet. We're still trying to figure out how to get him unmuted and get some sound out of him.
Unusual problem to have.
And there's a strike. There's a strike called, 2-2. And that one is line caught over at shortstop by Kaplan. So good running play to flag that down. It's kind of a sinking liner.
Tough play away from him on that too. As it was going away from him, he was able to catch it on the fly.
Okay, we got Derek back. Hey, Derek, welcome aboard. We've been getting some of our sound issues going here. Just trying to find that Goldilocks spot just right. So
I'm just blaming the hot weather on
it. Is the hot weather is throwing everything and everybody off. If you wanted to give us a baseball name, I guess we'd be the Sultans of Sweat tonight, Derek.
Boy.
0-1 to Ethan Lewis. We'll move on from that joke as quickly as possible. And there's another good off-speed pitch. Catches that outside corner 0-2.
Yeah, Denny's been having a great game here so far. Just the one base runner and 25 pitches,
Working
26
quick
pitches.
And swing and a miss. Strike three. Another good inning for Dennis. Yeah, he's had two really strong starts this year, Derek.
Yeah, he had that. You reminded me of the 7-inning shutouts against Hampton.
Which I believe is on YouTube TV.
If you want to catch that one. And then down earlier in Northfield, he pitched, I believe, 6 innings and got the win there as well.
Okay, 1.5 innings. We're scoreless. We'll be right back.
I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us, but try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same. But you have excuses because you're old. So it's okay.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
All right, back at you. Bottom two, Max Krebs going to lead things off for the Hawks here.
Max DHing again tonight here for the Hawks.
Some an arm injury, I believe, which is what's keeping him from playing anything in the field except for first or mostly DHing, like you said, Derek.
Yeah, well, he's over there at first. Pretty athletic guy to play first base, though. In some ways, it's really nice to have.
First pitch fouled off to Krebs. Second pitch hit high into center field. Very short, though, being camped out under by Brody Gibbert. He's got it, and one away.
Fireball. Now back in number 41, Taylor Pagel.
Pagel, I think last time we saw Taylor, he had a couple hits off of Myers down in Cannon Falls on the 4th of July.
Yeah, you can see Max getting way underneath that one. Hit it pretty high, but just very short center field. Taylor Pagel, playing over at first base, going to take his swing and foul off the first pitch, 0-1. Oh, and 1, Pagel does check his swing, 1-1. One and one delivery catches the corner, 1-2. That shadow from last inning, you could say, was right in front of home plate. So, and strike three is called, has kind of moved over the entire batter circle now. So pretty much the entire infield is in shade. There's still some sun out in right field. A little bit kind of behind the catcher.
Yeah, just a couple of slivers of sun over there. I don't know if it'll be any issue for the fielder.
His catcher, I think, O'Brien can thank his catcher for stealing that one, because it looked like he pulled that back onto the outside corner, a little twist and a half there.
That one looked like it might have been out as well. I think we just have a wider zone tonight, to be honest.
Strike 1 to Brathel. And strike 2 called out on the very outside part of the plate again. So, yeah, I think you are right, Derek. There is a little bit of extra room for the pitchers to work over on that extended black there. 0-2 tries it again, but I think it gets a little bit up, 1-2.
See if it's the same way when we get some lefty batters up here as well.
That is true. That can kind of change things up, absolutely. And that looked like about the same pitch. Called the ball that time, 2-2. Must be just playing with that outside corner there. See, that one was almost into the left-hand batter's box, so nothing doing there. 2-2. That's popped up behind first base, drifting foul. That's going to get out of play.
O'Brien's 20th pitch here.
At least it's a close trip to the concession stand for that dollar.
Both pitchers are good pitch count so far. And
well, both pitchers working very quickly. Only one base runner per side so far. Kind of a bloop single for the Hawks and a walk for the Aces. And that is up and away, 3-2. Good take by Brathel. Showing some courage, allowing those outside pitches to go, but does manage to work the count back full. And there's a swing and a miss. Foul tip, says the strike 3, and the Hawks go down in order in the bottom of the second inning. So you see O'Brien heading off towards the Aces dugout. We'll get a look at his strikeout of Brathel here. A little bit of sinker there. Looks like got him to swing right over the top of it. All right, we are through 2 complete. Scoreless ball game. We'll be right back.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Okay, welcome back. Abe Reinitz getting ready to take the plate and looking into that hot sun tonight. Pitches upstairs, ball 1. That is skied into left field. Coming over, reaching back and making the play that is Cooper Pagel out there in left. Looked like he almost overran it for a minute, but managed to reach up and snag it.
Yeah, overran it just a little bit, but able to make the play. In the book, it'll look like a perfect hit.
Absolutely, like parked right underneath it. There you can kind of see, had to reach back just a little bit, but 1 away. I'll bring up Coulter Heggie. A good young two-sport athlete out of Lake City, according to Action Jack. Of course, Action Jack sitting down in the downstairs tonight under a tarp as he's calling the game for the Red Wings radio station.
Yeah, awesome guy, and every once in a great while I'll listen to a little bit of an Aces game just so I can hear our friend Jack doing the call.
Absolutely. Great vet of the game as that pitch is high, 2-1. Here we get a shot of Jack on the broadcast there just a moment ago. There he is. Yeah, a little forward to getting some shade out there tonight in a hot one. Hopefully it's trickled down to 89 or 88 out there at this point. Full count to Heggie. Yeah, it's down low, and it's going to be a 1-out walk. Second of the game for Dennis.
Kind of Dennis's game a little bit. He will walk some people because he throws an awful lot of off-speed pitches, and sometimes you're trying to get somebody to strike out, you might throw it a little low, or just missing a little bit as well. But
back to the top of the order, left fielder number 1, Tyler Rogers.
Not a lot of guys getting a hard contact on him this year.
Definitely. He's like I say, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but Dennis has really been pretty good overall. Like I say, he's not going to blow anybody away, but especially against a younger lineup like Hampton has. He was mixing up his off-speed stuff and really had him on their back foot all game long.
Yeah, he and Jeske, two guys are great at that.
Popped up, and it's going to be out of Pagel's reach over at first base.
I did everything he could there to get to it, but just about 5 feet in front of him.
I mean, running backwards too, trying to find it, and you're running. He was almost running from the shadow into the sun again. So that was going to be like a 10 out of 10 difficulty play to try to track that one down.
Yeah, he threw his hat right away so he could look up into the sky, and just was a few feet away from making the play.
Little lob over to first base, and runner dives back. That's down and away, 1-2. Looks like Johnny's got some kind of trouble with his equipment, so he's going to head back to the dugout and get something adjusted here. Derek, while we got a minute here, these two teams, obviously rivals, but Red Wing and Hastings have been playing baseball for a very long time. In 1867, it looks like he's getting a new mitt there, I believe. Something might have happened to his mitt. 1867, the Minnesota State Association of Baseball Players, 2 words baseball, was formed, and Vermilion of Hastings and Crescent of Red Wings were 2 of the teams that year. So kind of on 160 years, these two towns have been playing baseball.
That's pretty awesome history. Hopefully we'll be playing for much longer than another 160.
Absolutely. We get in between pitches again. I've actually got a list of the original members of that league. There's a little chopper out to shortstop. Looked like that's Kaplan over there. Kind of got it stuck in his glove a little bit. So instead of going to second for the short out, decides to go over to first instead and get the sure thing. Looks like it may have been just a little bit of a double clutch there. Let's see if we can get a look at it here. Rogers is retired. That's all right.
Yeah, to your point, you don't want to give up an out, but Hawks did not give up the base for a hit here because a base hit probably will score.
That is true, and that one is going to get back to the backstop. Just a kind of a breaking ball that broke a little bit too soon, and somehow usually he's been pretty good getting down and blocking those, but just skipped right directly between his legs, I think. So to your point, Higgy now over at third base, 90 feet away. So big out here in the form of Brody Gibbert for Dennis to try to get to put another 0 on the board. And there's a strike. One and one. And that is chopped toward shortstop. Cap's got it, throws across to Pagel, and Dennis escapes the danger in the top of the third.
41 pitches for Dennis through 3, so just under 14 pitches an inning, which is very good.
Another good inning for Dennis as he works around his second walk of the ball game. We're through 2.5. Scoreless ball game. We'll be right back.
But here is the difference for the class of 1990.
We went from Mile High Eagles to Allen Peg.
I know you're all excited about Y2K. You could lose power or party like it's 1999.
Hastings High School has been graduating center. This is the first commencement Congratulations, class of 2023. Go Raiders!
Funding for community TV is in rapid decline, and HCTV will not survive without your help. Let your local representatives know that you support community TV. To learn more, visit savecommunitytv.com.
Back at you for the bottom of the third. Get back to what we were talking about last inning. The initial teams of the Minnesota State Association of Baseball, the North Star Club of St. Paul, the Adriatics of Dundas, Vermilion of Hastings we mentioned, the Union of Lake City, Minnehaha of Northfield, Gopher of Owatonna, Crescent of Red Wing, Harding of St. Paul, a Faribault team, and 2 Minneapolis clubs.
Southeast Minnesota well represented.
Absolutely,
there.
yep.
I was making a joke that since he's
After this pitch, we'll tell you the result. First pitch to Cooper Pagel is outside. The first place St. Paul North Stars won a 7-ounce silver baseball for winning the league that year. And the second place Vermilion of Hastings won a silver-mounted rosewood bat. That pitch is, that ball is grounded to the left, and nice scoop over there at first base by Irwin to get Pagel one away.
Yeah, I was going to say we reached the high school part of the lineup with Cooper and Zach up, but Coop grounds out there and one quick out for the Hawks.
Like I say, at least putting some pressure on the defense, forcing them to make a play, make a pretty good play to get Pagel running hard down the line there.
Yeah, that's something wrong with that.
First pitch to Zach is a strike in there. Anyway, those factoids courtesy of Stu Thornley's book, Baseball in Minnesota, which I bought earlier this year, available on Amazon, and I'm definitely going to finish it up during the winter when the season is over because it's all kinds of neat stuff like that in there. So that's fouled off by Zach, strike 2.
O'Brien going right back off after these high schoolers here now with gets Cooper out on 2 pitches and Zach quickly down in the hole 0-2. See if he can battle back here.
That breaking ball hangs outside 1-2. And followed straight back to the screen. So timed up pretty well. See if he can find something that he can handle and put somewhere.
No, he was working with the Legion coaches on his stance a little bit, trying to be a little more open with the front foot.
Okay. And cutting a miss there.
I jinxed him with that one.
So 2 away. It'll turn the lineup over to Larson. Pitchers doing the early going here. Only 1 hit on the board through 3 innings for the Aces and 2 2/3 for the Hawks.
I think the combination of the pitching and a little bit bigger strike zone is definitely turning this into a pitcher's battle.
First pitch to Larson is fouled to the right. It's going to get over near our concession stand.
Nice easy $1 courtesy of the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
Michael Thorson Insurance Agency, of course, giving the $1 out there to anyone brave enough to try to run in this weather to chase some of those down. Is that is right up the middle and through for a base hit.
So the guy who had the highest batting average at DCTC this year,
Larson?
Yeah, as a base hit is Larson. I was looking the other day, I believe he was 376 over at DCTC.
Okay. Well, you can see just has pretty good speed and, you know, pretty good bat control. Like I say, just finds a hole and doesn't, not everything has to be a double to the gap or a home run to kind of move things along and set the table.
Yeah, an interesting spot here to see if they want him to go or not. Got to get in scoring position with 2 outs.
We'll definitely keep an eye on him. Makes no move on that pitch as it's low and away, ball 1. See if Jack gets into a favorable count here, if they'll, or an unfavorable count, I guess, either way. We'll
yeah,
see.
you'd think if you got behind like 1 and 2,
yep,
you would definitely go. Yeah.
And that's outside, 2-0. Trying to nibble on that outside corner again, but way too much. That's inside, 3-0.
Say 2-0, you maybe even see a hit and run. Jack, you know, puts the ball in play a fair amount of time. 3-0, you'd think he's just taken here, I would assume.
Yeah, I think so. O'Brien especially kind of hasn't really come close against him.
Yeah, and
make him throw at least 1 pitch across.
Someone's thrown 34 pitches in the game, too, and can extend him a little bit here, maybe.
And that one he pumps right in there, 3-1. So now Jack, I would imagine, be looking for something he can drive. 3-1, gets a piece of it fouled at the plate, full count.
Well, after all of that wondering, we know for sure he'll be going on.
He'll be going
count
now,
pitch,
that's for sure, no question about it. Yep. Didn't really ever make a move towards second base the entire at-bat up to this point, though.
Yeah, and to your point, with Jack ahead in the count the whole time.
Right. Yeah, kind of never did make sense. So, see what happens here. Payoff pitch, like you said, Derek Larson will be going. He goes, hit sharply up the middle, and that's going to be a base knock. Over to third is Larson, being held there by Sean Matson. And the Hawks have runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Third hit of the night for the Hawks, all 3 singles.
The next batter, number 36, Max Kaplan.
Solid liner over second base. Good to see Jack get a hit there. He was hot early and then has had been scuffling a little bit as of late, so it's nice to see him hit the ball hard there. Here comes Kaplan. And there's a strike on the outside corner to the lefty Cap. He had the first hit of the game for the Hawks before these last 2 batters who got the second and third in succession here. That is fouled back, and Kaplan will be down 0-2.
Someone's going to work for that one.
Yeah, Cap had that one right down the left field line for the first hit of the game for the Hawks.
Yeah, just a little Texas leaguer that was hard for me to pick up because it was kind of halfway between sun and shade, but just landed fair about maybe 15 to 20 feet to the outfield grass where nobody could get at it, right near the line. 0-2 is over the third baseman's head and into left field for a base hit. Nice job down 0-2 there by Cap, just taking a pitch and poking it the other way to get that run home.
100%. That's exactly what he did too. Is he just took the pitch where it was going. It was on the outside half.
Now batting the catcher, number 10, Johnny Teglin.
He's down in the count. There's no reason to pull that ball. You're probably going to roll it over to second base. If you pull it, hits it over the shortstop's head, and the Hawks take a 1-0 lead.
Yep, good piece of hitting there. So here comes Johnny now. All of a sudden the Hawks have gotten things rolling a little bit here. 3 straight hits and the first run of the ball game. That's high and tight to Johnny, ball 1. Down and away, 2-0. Johnny grounded out to Irwin at first base to end the first inning. That one is up in the air to left field. That is going to be in for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home is Jack Selesky. Chugging into third is Johnny Teglin with yet another double.
Hey, and there's your Applebee's double, Hawks fans. Make sure you
Hawks 2 runs on 5 hits there, and they've got O'Brien. All 4 of the hits now here in the third inning is Giants. Previously, the first inning, the Hawks got a hold of O'Brien down in Red Wing, and then he was very good. And tonight took a couple innings, but now here in the third inning.
Absolutely. It was the top of the first 3 batters of the game came around to score, and like everything was smoked against him. So now we've got Krebs, 4 hits in a row for the Hawks, 5 in the game, and a 2-0 lead as Max takes strike 1. 2 runners in scoring position now, with 2 outs here. That one is up in the air to right field, but that is hanging up too long and is going to be put away out there for out number 3. But the Hawks stage a 2-out rally. They get 4 straight hits and put the first 2 runs of the game on the board. After 3 complete, Hawks lead it 2-0. We'll be right back.
Who are we? We are artists. We are entertainers. We are storytellers. We are teachers. We keep you informed. We follow the action. Who are we? We are Hastings Community TV.
He gets the pin. What a move, what a goal! Oh, what a shot, scores! The Raiders, can they get the lift? Yes, they do.
Just snipes one.
Oh my God! And reaching up and making the play.
It's moving!
It is over!
Looking to throw, and she's gonna get the first down.
Gone! Touchdown, Raiders!
Hey, welcome back to Veterans Park as we get one of our younger fans enjoying the game. One of his first ball games, perhaps. It's going to be 3, 4, and 5 starting off the top of the fourth against Dennis Reinhardt, who has been given his first lead of the game, 2-0. Ball 1 to Reed Hartman.
Now see how Dennis can do here. His first, I believe it's 23 pitches for O'Brien that inning, so he was in the dugout for a little while. And
that one bounces back to the backstop, ball 2.
Yeah, and see if he can get back in the zone here. We're having that little extended break.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about your arm getting cold on it like tonight. But yeah, you know, like you say, staying sharp, and especially hot nights can be taking a lot out of you, you would think. And
yeah,
that's a good pitch on the inside corner, strike 1.
And as we're talking right now, that sun is starting to hit that tree line, and suddenly we can see the field a little bit.
As that one is bounced past short into left field for the first hit of the game for the Aces here in the top of the fourth.
Now batting first baseman number 3, Dixon Irwin.
Heading the count and finds a good spot for that ground ball. Hits it hard enough, no chance for Kaplan to make a play.
Yeah, even Dennis, so down 2-1, you figure you're probably going to get a fastball there. Not always, but count-aided opportunity for him.
Runner goes, throw down to second base. Not in time, close, but I think the throw came in a little bit high.
That was the ball, right, Blue? Thank you.
Close play down there at second, but Hartman does slide under it. So ball 1 to Irwin, and now ball 2. Here, let's see if we can get a look at the play down at second base. Yep, definitely in ahead of the throw, so good job there by our cameraman. Grounded to first base. Hagel has it, throws over to Dennis. That will record the first out of the inning. Down to third base, and the play will be Hartman.
Yeah, and now Red Wing able to have a good shot at manufacturing a run here with a runner in third and 1 out. Just really need a ground ball past the
number
pitcher.
7, Adam Tegeson.
Looks like the Hawks are going to play in at third base.
Play in at third. Looks like they're...
Or even with the bag now.
Even
maybe.
with the bag, yeah. Second and everybody else looks like they're pretty much in their normal spots, I should say, as strike 1 comes into Tegeson.
Yeah, you know, you're ahead by 2. You don't want to give up the run, but you're still in the lead if you do, and stay out of any sort of big inning.
And Dennis working ahead, so it's one more pitch from taking care of that part of the issue anyway. See what he can do here to Tegeson. Already 2 strikeouts on the evening for Dennis. That one is into very short right field, and it's going to be in trouble. That's going to drop for a single in front of Brathel, and that will bring in the first run of the game for the Aces. They pull it to 2-1.
That's too bad. It was not hit well at all, but just down the line.
Third base,
sort of like the Hawks' first hit of the game, but here this is a run-scoring flare out to shallow right field.
Yeah, 0-2, and I think Dennis got in on him, and just like you say there, just put it out into no man's land. Good Tegeson gets a good veteran piece of hitting there, just fisting it out there. Ball over to third. Double clutch, but still in time to get the double play. So good play by Larson. Strong throw to start the double play. A little bit of a double clutch by Kaplan. I believe that was Cap at shortstop taking the relay. Nope, it's actually going to be, it was Simon at second taking the relay. Double clutched it for a second, but managed to get it out of his glove fast enough to turn the double play 5 to 4 to 3. And the Aces are done in the top of the fourth. They get a run, but double play gets Dennis out of any more trouble. A 2-1 after 3.5.
These walls and windows hold me tight. The warm embrace we all call home. This little street is a land of liberty of its own, where I always have a place to go. I'm free to call this place mine. We all deserve a place to call home.
That's an American dream.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
All right, get a look at some of our diehard fans sitting out in the heat tonight. Sure if which side they're supporting. Looks like it's an Aces shirt out there, so we'll get some Aces fans that made the trip up 61.
And
sun's right in the tree line now. I think that'll help out a lot of people here, so everybody should be in the shade now. And
yep, I think definitely a little bit more comfortable than it was at the start of this game as we approach 1 hour in. Taylor Pagel, Bennett Brathel, and Cooper Pagel due up for the Hawks in the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 lead for Hastings. Pagel takes a strike on the outside corner. That is on the ground to shortstop, and it's going to be bobbled, and Pagel is going to be in.
yeah, you know, you never know. Put it in play, right?
Put it in play
can happen.
Put it in play and run, yep. So Pagel is aboard.
Now by number 7, Bennett Brathel.
That'll bring up Brathel, 0 for 1.
Aces, of course, will have the middle infield back playing for 2.
There you can see, just kind of rolled up and on loose, and he just kind of bobbled it for a split second, and then it kind of went right under his glove. So Hawks catch a break, see if they can do anything with it, as ball 1 to Brathel. First error of the game for either side. That's fouled right back to the backstop.
It comes right back and hits the catcher in the back of the leg.
Yeah, the very top bar of the backstop, actually, and almost came straight back at him. Yeah. 1-1 to Bennett. That's inside 2-1. Brathel also has pitched some for the Hawks. Been quite effective on the mound. Might be one of the guys that comes into the game later if Dennis needs some relief. 2-1 to Brathel has popped up in the infield. It looks like second and shortstop are both talking over him. It looks like it's Tikason at second that's going to call him off and put that away. Out number 1.
And as I like to say, we've reached the high school portion of the lineup for the Hawks as Cooper will step in.
Yep. Coop grounded out his first time. Cooper, of course, his dad on first base, and Cooper at the plate, swing and a miss, strike one.
Yeah, one kind of cool thing earlier this year, I think Coop may have walked even, but he drove his dad in, which was pretty cool.
That's always fun. Yeah, that's kind of one of the great things about town ball, 100%. That's chopped towards third, going to be wide of the bag. Of course, Taylor Pagel also playing for the Hastings Hurricanes baseball team, who had a big win against Lakeville on Sunday afternoon. Nick Horsch also double roster with the Hawks, pitched 6 1/3, I believe, innings in that one, getting the win.
Yeah, big. That's a battle for first place in the league right there. And
there's just a little pop-up, and it's going to be caught over at second base once again by Tegeson, and 2 away. And that'll bring up Zach Simon.
Now batting number 5, Zach Simon.
I always can tell by those light blue gloves he has now.
Is that something new that he got for this summer?
Yeah, it's the new popular batting glove, I think.
I see these. Hey, there's a swing and a miss by Zach, strike one. I see a lot of players wearing like field gloves that are about that blue as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a kind of a trend, right? I mean, I don't know if it's not quite baby blue, but it's kind of along those lines of a teal, baby blue kind of look.
A couple of our pitchers for sure have one. I can't remember exactly who off the top of my head. There's a swing and a miss at a pitch outside, strike 2.
Not that we love seeing Zach swing and miss twice there, but a lot of times he'll take a lot of pitches, and which is usually a good thing, but a lot of times here at the Hawks he gets down in the count. So
right, see if somebody's going to try to just bring you sneak a fastball by you and get ahead and see if you can do something with it. As that one's outside, 1-2.
Yeah, you don't want to be just like a pitcher. You don't want to be up there doing the same thing every time necessarily. You gotta have people guess.
I mean, you never know. Like you say, it's good to be patient, but that first pitch you see in the AB might be the best one you ever see. You never know.
That's right.
And that is called strike 3. Crosses at the knees, and the Hawks are done in the bottom of the 4th inning. And they get a leadoff error. Cannot do anything else, but as we'll get another look at O'Brien's strikeout to end the inning. They're a little bit low. Catcher once again snapping that up, and the strike zone has been a little bit bigger tonight. So through 4 complete, score remains 2-1 Hawks. We'll be right back.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day's a new opportunity.
That's cool. Yay!
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love your mind.
Todd's in the hospital.
From vaping. Promise you won't vape, Emma.
Not cool.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
As we get another look at some of the youngsters enjoying tonight's ball game, and a look at a couple of our volunteers over in concessions. I think that might be a little Jess and Baller at the window.
And thank you to them for coming out and doing concessions tonight, allowing Johnny and I to be up here.
Dennis starts off Ethan loose with a strike to start the 5th inning. That is popped foul. It's going to get out of play. Programming note for those listening on HCTV, tomorrow's scheduled game against the Shoreview Stump Grinders that was scheduled and was supposed to be on HCTV has been canceled. The Hawks, it's as that one is grounded back to first base. I'll finish that thought in a minute. Dennis throws over for out number 1. Lack of players, I believe, is the issue. Hawks do have 2 more games coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, for Rivertown Days in Hastings. Prescott's in town on Saturday, and Sunday is the Rochester Royals coming up here.
Yeah, and it's non-league game, so they were able to nix that, but have this game tonight, get this game in. But 4 games this week with the lack of pitching able to make it this week has been an issue for the Hawks.
But for baseball fans and fans of HCTV, programming surprise, the Legion game against Woodbury is now going to be broadcast on Thursday, this Thursday at 7:30. I believe it should be on this HCTV YouTube channel, 7 or 7:30. So check HCTV's social medias for that. That should be a good one.
That should be fun for beautiful play.
That was pretty by Max Kaplan over at shortstop. That's a big time shortstop play.
It's, he's always had the range and the athletic ability, and now he's getting a lot more consistency down there at shortstop, and that was just a wonderful play.
Yeah, very, very smooth.
Bet number 4, Coulter Heggie.
You didn't get you didn't on the replay. You don't quite get the lead up to that as that one is shot out into right field. So a quick 2-out single for Coulter Heggie. That's going to be, but yeah, just the way he kind of just almost glided almost all the way over to second base and just kind of in one fluid motion snagged the ball and threw over to Pagel.
Yeah, just reached out and grabbed it. Getting back to that Legion game momentarily, it would be kind of fun for some Hawks fans possibly to tune in as Nolan Drossel is coaching Woodbury Legion.
Yeah, we hear Zach Simon has really been begging to get the start in that one to try to stick it to his Hawks teammate. We got a little bit of inter-Hawk rivalry going on. Oh, there it is. Yeah, just nice, smooth play up the middle. Thank you, Hunter. Nice job.
Also, Cole Werner, Gunnar Skove, Colton McKnight also on that Legion team. They've all come out and played a game or two with the Hawks.
So that is poked foul down the first baseline.
So even though we won't have a Hawks game tomorrow, you can see some of the next group of Hawks players on Thursday night.
Yeah, we'll give Bruce Karnick a shot at the microphone. I think Derek might very well be joining him in the color man position. We'll see how things play out. There's just a little nibber. Dennis has got it. Has to hurry. Will not have time to get the out over at first base. So that's going to be an infield single for Rogers. Leadoff hitter. It was kind of a tricky spot for anybody to get to. Dennis had to come. You can see he's kind of leaning the other way. Has to come all the way off the mound. Almost Larson might have had a better chance at it, charging in. Hard to say. It was going to be a really difficult play for either one of them. Dennis tried to make the play and could not get it over there in time. So 2 outs, but runners on first and second now for the Aces. They are threatening. Down low to Brody Gibbert and blocked by Johnny behind the plate. A couple of bounce outs for Gibbert.
To your point there, too, is Dennis knew he did not have much time, and he tried to barehand that ball so he could just throw it immediately, but unable to come up with it.
Yeah, he didn't. He tried to barehand it, like you said, Derek, but didn't get it cleanly on the first time, and I think that was just enough. As there's a strike, 1-1. And down low, good block by Teglin, 2-1. That was down to the dirt, big one, big block by Johnny to keeping those 2 runners from moving up there. There's a cut and a miss, strike 2.
A big spot here, middle of the game here in a pitcher's duel, 2-1, and 3-4-5 hitters coming up here next, so Dennis can get out of this inning right here, keep the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Big batter.
Yeah, have Hartman and Irwin and those guys hopefully come up with nobody on.
There's a shot out to shortstop. Throw across by Kaplan and not in time again. Good play by Cap once again. I don't know if it pulled Pagel off the bag or if the throw was a little bit late. I think it might have been a little bit of both.
I think it's just an infield single the whole way.
I think you're right. So Yeah, no, it's he pulled it off. He pulled him off the bag a little teeny bit, did the throw, but he was in anyway.
So that will bring up Hartman with the base.
Now batting 24, Reed Hartman.
So, kind of some tough luck for Dennis here. Some stuff that's not. Couple balls not hit particularly hard and not getting out of the infield. That was another good block behind the plate by Johnny Tegelman as he kind of backhanded that one that was wide of the plate. Ball one.
2 infield singles here in a row, and you execute that pitch and you think you're going to get out of the inning, and man, now they're loaded up here for a good hitter.
That is skied into short center field. Coming over is going to be Kaplan to put it away for out number 3. So Dennis gets the pitch he needed to induce the pop-up, and the Hawks wriggle out of the jam with no damage done. Aces load them up but can't score. We're through 4.5, 2-1 Hastings.
Today, 4 Minnesotans lost their lives from fentanyl poisoning.
And 4 more will tomorrow.
Fentanyl is the #1 killer of 18 to 45-year-olds.
It's killing more and more 12 to 17-year-olds. They're people we care about.
Like my brother.
My sister.
My best friend. We have the power to make a difference in our community. Join us in the fight against the fentanyl crisis.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
All right, back at you for the bottom of the 5th inning. Going to be the top of the order. Dylan Larson starting things off. 2 runs, 5 hits, 0 errors for the Hawks. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Aces. 4.5. Aiden O'Brien getting out to start his 5th inning of work. Dennis is already through 5 with 70. Aiden O'Brien with 58 through 4. And that's down and away, ball 1. That's popped back foul, 1-1.
You're heading down to the walking path for that $1 foul ball from the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
That one is hit sharply to center field, but it looks like it's right at Gibbard. He turns back and retreats about 4 steps to put that away for out number 1. So hit sharply by Larson, but right to the center fielder. 1 away.
Number 3, center fielder Jack Selesky.
Here comes Jack. He is grounded out and singled, hit a sharp single over shortstop and came around to score. Did not drive in a run. Kaplan and Tegeland got the 2 RBIs.
Now, if they bring that ball back, do they get $1?
That's a great question.
It's not a foul ball, but it did get out into the stands.
It got out of play, so Michael Thurston's paying $1 for that one.
That is a high chopper over to third base. Good backhand there. Throw over to first. Phenomenal play over there. Holy mackerel. I think he got him by half a step. That was a high chopper over there. Nick Azar fielded on a short hop. Excellent play and made a rocket throw over to first base to get
36, Max Kaplan.
It's up. See how high that ball went. And good one-hop catch. He did get him by half a step.
Definitely did, and that one hop over there didn't cost him enough time for Jack to beat it out. I thought when it was that deep at third.
Yeah, just a really impressive short hop and just planted and threw strong over there to get Jack. And that one is kind of hooking into the corner and just foul for Kaplan. Is that not foul by much, but I believe it was about a foot foul down that third baseline.
Yeah, it's similar to his first at bat when he snuck it inside the line.
Exactly. Not very far from landing in that exact same spot, just the wrong side from the Hawks' perspective. And that also was a two-out. That was a two-out single for Kaplan in the first inning, who also singled in a run in the second. So 2 for 2 for Max.
You just need some baseballs here.
That's what the break was all about. I'm running out of balls. So got a few more from the Hawks dugout. Sean Matson. You can see Sean over there in the background. Talked to Sean before the game. You might see in that shot he's going with just the mustache today, shaved all the way down. I'm like, going for a little change of luck. He's like, after that weekend, absolutely. We're changing things up a little bit.
Yeah, it was a tough weekend for the Hawks.
That is that chopper. It's going to get past the first baseman. It's just took a really funky hop. So a weird hop hit over Dixon Irwin's glove, and the Hawks have a 2-out base runner, and Kaplan's 3 for 3.
Every once in a while you hit something hard enough and, just catch something in that infield, and it just went right over.
10, Johnny Teglin.
So here comes Tegland, ground out and a run-scoring double, 1 for 2. Also playing really well behind the plate on a hot night tonight. Has blocked quite a few balls that keeping Aces players from advancing when they've had multiple runners on base. So he's been playing really well this summer.
Mr. Sioux Falls, or
Mr.
as we
Sioux
call
Falls.
it now, Caw Falls.
Caw Falls, love it.
With, 3 guys going out
That
there
is into
now?
short right field, and diving play, he's got it. So a couple of nice defensive plays by the Aces that inning. That is going to be Coulter Heggie out there in the right. Looked like that was going to fall in. A nice sliding catch to end the inning. There you go. Get a look at that.
All right, folks.
Managed to bring it in. So that will do it for the Hawks in the 5th inning. Couple of nice defensive plays by the Aces. Shut them down. We're through 5. 2-1 Hastings.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee, and every day is a new opportunity.
That's cool.
Yay!
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love your mind.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
All right. 6th inning, game cruising along. Say a nice pitcher's duel settling in between Aiden O'Brien and Dennis Reinhardt. 2-1 after 5 complete. Denny coming out to start his 6th inning.
I almost feel like the pitchers are a little bit unlucky. Dennis giving up a couple infield hits and a blooper. O'Brien's giving up a couple of kind of bloop hits as well. And
one thing they have both done so far, and again, the wide strike zone may have something to do with this, is avoided giving up a lot of free passes. That one is inside ball 1. And that's in for a strike. 1-1. And that is fouled at the plate. 1-2. One and two is backhanded by Kaplan, throws across, almost gets Irwin down at first base, but he beats it up by a step in the hole. A great throw. It was a bit of a rainbow off his back foot, and Irwin, a little bit older, doesn't run as well as he used to, but still managed to leg that one out for an infield single. So to your point, Derek, another kind of bad luck base hit against Dennis, another infield single. Another great almost play by Cap over there at shortstop.
You know, Irwin and Bagel are over at first. They could have a race and see who gets to the second first.
And there's a little flare into left field, and that's going to be down for a base hit. Irwin chugging into third base, and the Aces have something going here to start off the 6th. 2 straight base hits, runners on first and third, quickly.
Now batting number 40, Nick Azar.
Just kind of finds some green grass there and dumps it into right field. So Dennis now in a bit of a pinch. First and third, nobody out. See what he can do against Azar here. And that one just misses, maybe a little bit high.
You know, it's like Reese Cox starting to get loosened up over by the bullpen here. And Dennis been rolling along pretty good. And
that one is hit sharply into left field, and all of a sudden 3 straight hits. That'll tie the ball game.
Yeah, just 3 in a row, and all of a sudden now you're kind of wondering, you know, if you need your guy to get ready here in a hurry. But Reese going to need some time. He hasn't even picked up a baseball yet. He's stretching right now.
Yeah, like you said, Dennis, going well. Now Sean will come out to talk to him, see if they can give Coxie a little bit more time here to get things ready. Dennis, I'm assuming, will probably have to pitch to at least one more batter here. Umpires takes about 3 slow steps out there, and the Hawks break it up. Head on back, the whole infield in there.
Always makes me giggle because every time you go to the visit the mound, you always see the umpire has to walk about halfway out to the mound, and then the guys will break.
Basically, they know how much time they have.
They know how much time they have, and they're going to soak every second out of it.
As you know, if you ever watch pro wrestling, they always say you have a 5 count where you can choke the guy before you're disqualified, right? It's kind of the same deal here for baseball, as that's up high for a ball to Ethan Luce. And Aces have tied it up here and are threatening a big inning. Still no outs here, and that one misses down low, 2-0.
Middle infield back. Pagel not holding on the runner, so he's playing in front of him over at first base. And then over at third, Larson's, he's coming in a bit just in front of the bag.
And that one is down low, gets in kind of between Teglin's feet, but it's going to be 3-0. So like you said, Dennis was cruising along, then that infield hit, little flare out to right by Tegeson, and then a sharp single by Azar to drive in a run. There's a strike across, 3-1. Aces have tied it up and are looking for more.
Zach playing pretty far over towards first at second base, so
there's a cut and a miss, 3-2.
Might be difficult for any sort of 6-4-3 play because he's quite a bit pulled over.
Right, yep, very much so. And breaking ball just gets a piece of that to stay alive. Kind of folded right down into the plate, it looks like. Payoff pitch is up in the air to left field. Pagel sees it. He's got it. One away. Nobody's able to advance.
I don't know if Coop was late to see it or if he was just trying to fake out the runner at second, but kind of a late reach with his glove. Play there. We'll go with him trying to fool a base runner.
Absolutely. So Dennis gets the first out with nobody advancing, so that's a good thing. And here comes Reinitz, takes a strike. Reinitz is flown out and grounded out. And that is going to be grounded right up the middle and through for a base hit. Kind of dies in the short outfield grass. That's going to allow a run to come in to score. Throw back into second. Is not caught over there by Kaplan at shortstop. Kind of comes out of his gloves. So another ground ball just finds a spot. Kind of hits the back of the mound right behind Dennis's foot. No chance for either infielder to get to that one. Tegeson comes around to score, and the Aces take their first lead of the game, 3-2. Here comes Hagee, the 9-hitter, but he has reached twice against Dennis, so first pitch to him is a strike. And nice breaking ball, drops right across the outside corner, 0-2.
Okay. Definitely see Dennis kind of changes it. He definitely goes off speed more so, I think, against the younger pitchers and the guys who've seen him before. He knows he's got to mix that fastball in more often.
There's just a little tapper back to Dennis. He goes to shortstop for one. Relay is not going to be in time. So fielder's choice, 1-6 will retire Reinitz. Over to third base is Azar. So 2 outs, top of the order coming up, and that's going to be it for Dennis as Sean comes out to his second visit of the innings. So he's going to come and take the ball, and it's going to be Reese Cox. Dennis getting fist bumps from all the guys, as he should. Good outing for him today. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 3 runs so far. See if Reese Cox can keep it from being more. And I believe we are gonna stay here, or we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with you for Hawks baseball.
He gets the pin. What a move, what a goal! Oh, what a shot, scores! The Raiders, can they get the lift? Yes, they do.
Just snipes one.
Oh my God!
And reaching up and making the play.
It's moving!
It is over!
Looking to throw, and she's going to get the first down.
Gone! Touchdown Raiders! He gets the
but it doesn't bother me because I just love to explore, interviewing owners and lending a hand. I love to assist for as long as they can stand.
The hill for the Hawks in relief of Dennis Reinhardt. Try to get this last out for him. Runners on first and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Red Wing has taken their first lead of the game, 3-2. First pitch from Coxey is down and away, ball 1. Definitely going to be a different look going from Dennis Reinhardt to Reese Cox. He throws the ball pretty hard, and it's a kind of a pretty heavy ball he comes at you with. That one is popped up right side. Hagel's going over, and he cannot find it. Hits the ground, and new life for Rogers. That's just hits his glove, but just can't put it away.
Yeah, to your point, Johnny, Reese has been known to get all the way up even to 95 back in the day. When he was in college. Not sure how high he ramps it up these days, but...
Runner goes. That pitch is fouled off to the right. Strike 2.
To your point, you can see a lot of heavy fastballs and less of those curveballs that Dennis would throw you.
Yep. It's definitely going to kind of change your bat speed a little bit here. Cox has been mostly out of the bullpen this year and has really settled into that role nicely. I think that's really suited him better than the starts he's had. So that's down low and in Johnny's feet again, but manages to keep it from getting away. So once again, good job by Johnny behind the plate. It can't be a fun night to catch out there.
No, I wouldn't think so. Now, thankfully, there's not been a walk fest here tonight.
That is true.
It's helped out quite a bit.
That is true.
But, yeah, he's done a great job.
And just gets a piece of that to stay alive, 2-2. That was right in on his hands. I don't know how he made contact with that. Boy, just got a little piece of it.
2-2, 2 away. Big pitch here from Coxey.
From the stretch, chopped up to third base. Larson throws across, and that'll do it. So good job by Coxey getting out of the jam and getting Dennis Reinhardt, closing the book on Dennis with only those 3 runs allowed. We're through 5.5. Aces take a 3-2 lead. We'll be right back.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us, but try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same. But you have excuses because you're old, so it's okay.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Get a look at our new LED lights shining down over Veterans Park on a warm Tuesday night game, special Tuesday night game, makeup from a game that was supposed to be played, I believe, on a Sunday afternoon earlier this month, but a little bit of rain in the morning, just too much for us to get it in time to get both the Hawks and the Hastings Hurricanes doubleheader in.
Yeah, I think the Hurricanes got their game in. Obviously, that was scheduled for a later time.
They did, and I think if we had like one more hour to prep, we probably could have got it in. But it is what it is. The game is getting in tonight instead. So we get bonus of that is getting to get this on TV. So here's a cut and a miss, 1-1. So people who would like to sit in their AC or maybe sit in their garage with a couple of cold ones and watch this instead of coming out here and sweating. That one is fair down the third base line. Rounding first is Krebs, and he will stop there. Is a good job to get over it to it quickly is Tyler Rogers. So leadoff single for Krebs gets the Hawks started in the bottom of the 6th inning.
7th hit of the game for the Hawks. Leadoff hit here, and now Taylor Pagel will step in here, and Red Wing will play in on the corner on third, hold the runner at first, and of course play for two.
Seeing if Pagel is going to attempt to maybe lay down a bunt here. He squares. Don't know if that was called a strike. I thought he pulled it back, but looked like the umpire called it a strike.
I think he must have called it on the pitch because it sure looked like he pulled it back. Yep.
Boy, it was down and away. That's
tough pitch to bunt there. For sure,
for sure. So Pagel at 0-1. See if he gets the call to bunt again. Checking the signs down there at. Sure if that's Sean or it looks like Ryan down at third base coaching. Quick move over to first base and diving back is Krebs.
Good play there by Red Wing. You're obviously seeing if your batter Pagel is tipping off that he's going to bunt on this pitch.
For sure. And Krebs is a guy who's got some speed here. He is a threat to steal. That one catches the inside corner, 0-2. And Hawks have been pretty successful on stolen bases, Derek. I've stolen quite a few without, and only been caught a handful of times. I don't know what you said the number was, but.
I don't know what it is right now. I know the other day when we were talking about it on the air was 42 for 47. So definitely.
Pretty good percentage, that's for sure.
Real good percentage.
And throw over to first base. I don't know if that counts maybe a couple of pickoffs where the guys were trying to time it and, got picked off. I don't know if those were in there or not. So 0-2 now to Pagel. Krebs does not go. Pitch comes in low, 1-2.
Well, Coach Selesky's at least philosophy is if we're not getting thrown out at all, we're not being aggressive enough. So.
Well, there you go. He did definitely. That was definitely right about the ankles. Throw over to first base, and Krebs back, diving back. Yeah, Ryan, when he did come in last year, one thing he did say is with these young guys, we should be being more aggressive and trying to take bases when we've got some speed on the base paths. Create some big innings. 1-2 to Pagel is shot foul past Ryan in the third base box. You see him kind of boogaloo out of the way of that one, getting a little bit of an earful from the bench, it looks like, as he motions back. There you get a look at Ryan Selesky.
That was O'Brien's 75th pitch of the night, but he said he threw many more down in Red Wing.
And that is chopped over to shortstop, second for one, relay, double play, 6-4-3, and 2 away.
Yeah, and that's what Red Wing was looking for it the whole time, and the Hawks are trying to stay out of it with that bunt attempt.
Yep.
And
that's almost why I'm almost surprised when it got to 0-2, they didn't take a chance with Krebs running on one of those pitches.
Yeah, you don't see people pitch out anymore, right?
Right. I don't know if I've seen anybody pitching out in town ball this season. So Down the way, ball one.
I will say O'Brien did a real nice job of keeping him close to that bag. He must have thrown over about 4 times.
He certainly did. He certainly did. And like I say, they got exactly what they were looking for. As Brathel takes the ball and then a strike. Another thing that does is extends it until the Hawks can get back to that more veteran part of the lineup, Derek. You know,
Yep.
As that one is rolled to the right side, throw across, and O'Brien allows a leadoff runner, but only faces the minimum. We're through 6 complete. Aces holding on to a 3-2 lead. We'll be right back.
The United Heroes League mainly uses sports as a bridge to help military families stay active and engaged in their communities. We have over 40 professional teams that partner with us for free tickets and camps. We provide access to free sporting equipment.
UHL has provided us with a lot of equipment and a lot of gear that is otherwise sometimes hard to attain.
It's really cool. I get all this free stuff, and it's because of my great dad, who is a veteran.
UHL has been a great supporter, not just for our family, but for all the military families.
We're excited to see what the future holds. We can't wait to see where it goes. The United
Back at you, top of the 7th inning. We got a thumbs up from a fan sitting out there. Beating the heat on a lovely, warm July evening here in Hastings. Reese Cox starting his 2nd inning of work. Cox will start things off to Brody Gibbert, who bluffs bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1. He is 1 for 3, grounded out twice and singled. Cut and a miss, strike 1.
Definitely see on the screen now how these lights have changed out here at Vets. These new LED lights definitely brightening up the field quite a bit.
Boy, I tell you, from this shot right here, you wouldn't know it wasn't 3 in the afternoon, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks great out there. So thanks to the City of Hastings for their partnership, and Bruce and everybody, and Jenkins, Chris Jenkins at Parks, everybody that worked to get this done out here. Everything looks great. One and 2 is down and in, 2 and 2.
Well, definitely appreciate them next year in those early May games when that sun goes down quite a bit earlier.
Sure, yeah. 2 and 2 is fouled over the backstop. Cox from the set delivers. Just outside, full count.
Reese got that different colored glove you were talking about earlier.
I was just going to mention that. I saw that between innings and was going to bring it up. Thank you for reminding me, Derek. Yes, that light blue I was talking about. If you get the reverse angle of him, we'll be able to get a good look at that. There, you can kind of see it there. And that is just outside, ball 4. Kind of like a teal or an aquamarine.
Batting 24, Reed Hartman.
So look at ball 4, just outside. So leadoff base runner on for the Aces here in the top of the 7th inning, already with a 1-run lead. First pitch from Cox misses low, I believe. Ball 1. Hartman is struck out, singled and scored, and popped out in 3 trips. Down and away, 2-0.
In the middle of the lineup coming up here, we're playing Larson back at third. Give him a better chance if the ball gets stung over to third base.
There's a strike.
And, of course, looking for the double play up the middle. See if the Hawks can get it like Red Wing did last night.
Two and one is in there for a strike. Hartman makes a little circle there, he indicating he did not like that. Two-two delivery is chopped towards first. It's going to get past Pagel. Simon finds it, but has nowhere to, actually gets past him. He has nowhere to go with it, so that ball just leaks into right field. Nothing to call it but another unfortunate single against the Hawks. It's going to get Gibbard all the way over to third base and get another position for the Hawks to be in trouble early. Kind of a mirror image of last inning. Leadoff walk given up by Cox, and just a little chopper that finds just enough green.
And then playing for two, they had pulled Zach closer to the bag, and of course that just bad luck and just kind of backfires on him.
Exactly. Like, yeah, just no way for nobody really could have made a play on it the way the ball was hit and the way they were positioned. It just finding the green, and now going to having to bear down as Reese Cox does get two strikes on Dixon Irwin. The one thing about this is Cox does have the capability to strike guys out.
Yeah,
sure.
And hopefully and maybe it's too obvious, but it'd be nice to see a high fastball here and see if we get one to chase one.
Up 0-2 on Irwin. Irwin is a veteran hitter, so tries to look like maybe a slider down and in. Does not get him to bite.
Yeah, he's mostly missing low when he is missing so far tonight.
Well, I was kind of focusing on third base.
And there is a chopper over to short. Kaplan will really have only one play to go over first base. Takes Pagel off the bag, but he is able to get, or takes up off the bag, but he is able to get the tag down. So one away. Run will come in, so it's going to be an RBI, ground out, and a big insurance run for the Aces heading into the late innings. They take a 4-2 lead.
Strike one there.
Yep, thank you to Adam Tegeson, I believe we're at now. That is popped up, but is going to get out of play. And land right on top of us.
That's an easy $1 call ball, courtesy of Michael Ferguson Insurance Agency.
So we get a shot at, I believe that's Ian there, manning the camera behind home plate. That's up in the air to very short left field. It's going to be Kaplan ranging over to find it. Good play by Cap ranging over. He's played a good game at shortstop tonight.
Yeah, he's really looked good at short tonight. He's gotten to everything, and some of them that you wouldn't even think he'd get to, he's gotten to as well. Got one in the hole, and a beautiful play up the middle earlier tonight where he spun and threw it over to first.
Yeah, got to one in the hole, but didn't have time to get the ball over to first, but still, kept the ball in the infield.
Yeah, potentially kept the runner a base short.
And that one is going to get by Teglin and back to the backstop. He's done a really great job back there tonight, but that one he cannot stop as Hartman is going to head over to third base.
It's a little bit different for him as well as the Red Wing hitters going from
look
Dennis
at Johnny back there
to Reese.
(1-0) this is Nick Azar is in for a strike. Azar has lined out, bounced into a double play, and hit an RBI single. So 1 for 3. 1-1 is popped up into right field. Brathel's got it measured, he's got it, and the Aces are done in the top of the 7th. They do get a big insurance run, though. We head to the stretch, 4-2 Red Wing.
Push that trash that way, not this way. Come on.
Oh, hey there. Do you like HCTV?
That's one small step for Hastings and one giant leap for community television.
Do you want a custom video that promotes your business or organization and gives you the results you're looking for? As an HCTV sponsor, our staff will work with your business or organization to create a custom video to promote your brand. You also have an option of getting a shout out in every sporting event we cover. And that's 3 points for your business.
So support HCTV today!
Go to hastingstv.org/sponsors for more information or to give a one-time donation.
All right, coming back at you for the bottom of the 7th. O'Brien continuing his pitched a really good game. The Hawks have gotten a few hits off of him, 2 runs on 7 hits in 6 innings, but his team has now staked him to a 2-run lead. 3 more innings for the Hawks to try to make something happen.
He's only had 79 pitches here through 6 innings, so just over 13 pitches an inning, and that 3rd inning he threw 23 when the Hawks did get those 2 runs.
So Cooper Pagel, a ground out and a pop out in 2 trips. We'll see if he can get something done against O'Brien for the first time. Like you said, Derek, here's the 2 high school kids coming up who are 0 for 4 against O'Brien so far. As that one is outside for a ball.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for the boys. It's also, for the team, you'd like to see your main lineup in there for a league game.
In a tight game, you know what I mean? It's like it is good to see good guy. Again, it's not a section game, but knew it was going to be a tight game between these 2 teams. Most of the time it is, and has been the case again tonight, as Pagel takes one on the outside corner, strike 1.
Coop taking until he gets a strike there, up 2-1 now in the count. He has put it in play twice.
That one is rolled out to shortstop. Throw across, and hustling down the line is Pagel, but it does beat him by about half a step. Thought he might have had a chance to beat that out for a split second there, but good play at shortstop by Luce to get the ball over there quickly.
Yeah, I had to take a double check over there because I was like, wow, Coop's gotten faster, I think. He was hustling down that line, like you say, just almost got there.
So here comes Simon. A couple of strikeouts for him against O'Brien. See if he can get something going, put a ball in play. Takes the ball low.
You know, it's an interesting thing for him is he is batting for VFW, so he's facing guys his age or younger, and then when he gets any other at bats, it's a tom ball. It's quite an interesting mix, and I don't know if that's helpful or not, to be honest with you.
I don't know exactly how old O'Brien is. He hasn't been around for a long time. I think maybe he's a recent graduate of Red Wing, I would imagine, but pitched a couple good games against the Hawks tonight this year so far. 2-1 as that's fouled off.
And both of the high school guys do take a patient approach here. At minimum, they're going to both have a 4-pitch at bat. So.
So Zach heading the count and fouls that first one off. See if he can see what he can do here. So that's outside 3-1. So now heading the count is Simon. Now you'd have to think he'd be thinking fastball here.
Yeah, he would. He probably look for one spot as well.
And that's Oof, that was outside, but called strike 2. Oh boy. 3-2. And swing and a miss, strike 3. So Simon goes down and strikes, 2 away.
That's unfortunate. Third strikeout of the night, but that, as you said, that was definitely a walk.
Yeah. You see a good pitch, had a little bit of sink on there. I don't know if that's a little cutter or sinker or whatever he's thrown. I think he's got exactly that pitch twice.
Frustrating. It just seems like the young guys get picked on more than the older guys around the league, doesn't it? Don't get any sort of benefit of the doubt whatsoever.
So here comes Larson. He takes a strike, 0-1. Like we said, it has been a big strike zone all night, so there is something to be said for that.
That is true. Now, there's been a few times we've kind of been like, okay, he messed up there, whatever, but nothing overly egregious that's, affected the game at all.
Sure, absolutely. 0-2. Like I say, it's been pretty consistent, but it's been big.
Yeah. And more so wide than tall as well.
Right,
you don't see a lot of, you haven't seen a lot of high strikes.
Absolutely, yep, that is true. So now Larson down 0-2. Hawks running out of outs here. 2 quick ones in the bottom of the 7th, and there's a little nubber, but it's going to be foul at the plate.
O'Brien up to 92 pitches, so Hawks can hope maybe they can get to him here late as well as that pitch count continues to climb.
Yeah, see if he tires. It is a hot night out there. I don't know what they have in reserve, so see if Larson can extend this inning here. Down 0-2, takes one down and away, 1-2. Larson's hit the ball well a couple times. Singleton scored one of the Hawks' 2 runs back in the 3rd. Flew out, hit the ball pretty sharply in the 5th, and did bounce out to the pitcher to start the game. So that one is up the middle and a base hit. So 2-hit night for Larson, and they do manage to extend the inning, bring Jack Selesky to the plate. Jack has grounded 3rd a couple times, and Singleton scored one of the Hawks' only 2 runs in the 3rd inning.
Another interesting spot here with 2 away if you want to try to get somebody in scoring position for Jack. And even though, to your point, too, you only got so many outs left in this game and don't want to lose one on the base.
That is true, but like you say, a chance to set up a runner in scoring position here. We'll see if the Hawks are moving. Not on the first pitch, and Jack hits a little sinking liner to shortstop. I think he might have caught it, but goes to over to second base anyway for the out. So Selesky is retired, whether it technically be by fielder's choice or line out. I am not 100% sure, but either way, the Hawks are done in the 7th. They get a 2-out single, but otherwise go quietly. We're through 7, 4-2.
I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us, but try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same. But you have excuses because you're old. So it's okay.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Is Azar, Luce, and Reinitz scheduled up for the Aces. Loose run, it's Heggie. I'm being corrected. I'm one off in my book here. Thank you. So this is Ethan Luce, the 7-hitter. And there's strike 2, so Coxie working ahead.
Like both same pitch, same location.
0-2 is inside, 1-2.
Reach back, try to throw that one by him, but missed down and in. Or he said 29 pitches so far. He should be good to go the rest of the way, hopefully.
Unless the Hawks manage to get the extra innings, that's another conversation. Yeah. 2-2. And strike 3 called, 1 away. And I believe Luce knew it too. He started heading right to the dugout pretty much immediately.
Yeah, I thought that pitch before it was also a strike.
I noticed, by the way, you what you had on the scoreboard.
I had
that one
silent,
right at the knees, though.
Silent protest on a couple of them.
Protest. I did notice that. I appreciate it. So here's Reinitz. Pops up the first pitch. It's going to be dropped in foul territory. Simon tries to call off Pagel. Neither one can get to it. The ball is going to land foul for strike 1.
Yeah, you could see that Pagel was fighting and he was close, but then Zach tried to come in at the end and save the day and just missed it.
Just didn't quite have time to get there. So.
And you got to be careful of that, too. You know, you got to call each other off. You need to know where each other are.
Exactly. The only positive thing for the Hawks there is that ball landed foul instead of being a base hit.
Correct.
And that's up high, 1-1. High and tight, 2-1. Little chopper back to Cox. He tosses it over to Pagel. 2 away.
Gave up the 1 run last inning, but I got Cox pitching pretty well so far. And a couple easy quick outs here.
Yeah, only 1 strikeout in 1 2/3 for Coxie, which is low for him. He averages probably about 2 an inning, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a strike.
A lot of Red Wings done a nice job putting the ball in play, but a lot of weak contact as opposed to strikeouts.
For sure. Yep. And working ahead, 0-2 is Coxie to Coulter Heggie.
He's done a nice job this inning too, getting ahead of each hitter.
0-2 swing and a miss. A little bit of a sword there, strike 3. So Cox gets a 1-2-3 inning and 2 strikeouts in that frame. We will head to the Hawks after we get a look at Coxie's second strikeout here. Just blew it right past him. Good pitch there, tied him up a little bit. So we're through 7 complete. Aces leading by 2. Hawks looking to rally. We'll be right back.
But here is the difference for the class of 1990.
We went from Mile High Eagles to Allen Peg.
I know you're all excited about Y2K. You could lose power or party like it's 1999.
Hastings High School has been graduating seniors since the first commencement in 1870. Congratulations, class of 2023. Go Raiders!
Funding for community TV is in rapid decline, and HCTV will not survive without your help. Let your local representatives know that you support community TV. To learn more, visit savecommunitytv.com.
Hey, back at you for the bottom of the 8th inning. Aiden O'Brien starting his 8th inning of work against Max Kaplan, who has had a nice night at the plate today and a nice night at shortstop, 3 for 3, and made a couple of good plays at short. So when I saw him as a high school senior last year, I was pretty impressed and thought he was a good-looking ball. Even though he was a little bit unpolished in the field, I think he really has worked in a lot of that, and really impressive in this game in the summer.
Yeah, just consistency defensively. He's always had great ability.
And that is popped up into short center field, and that's going to be put away, and O'Brien gets rid of Kaplan for the first time today.
Now, with these new lights, we can't hope for them to lose the ball anymore, I don't think. And dump one in there.
Yeah, the Vets field advantage may be, on night games, may be wiped out. Here's Johnny Tegland, a 1 for 3, a 2-run double. Also, as I've mentioned a few times, Johnny doing a nice job behind the plate tonight. As that one is outside for a ball.
Yeah, pitching's been good all night, and of course, Tegland behind the plate and Cap, as you said, excellent. Had both excellent games.
Tegland's also a guy that one is foul up third baseline. Also a guy who's been here all summer, pretty much been at every game. There's a few of them like that. Jack Selesky, same thing. He's been pretty much every game. Johnny Brathel's been in a lot of them. Cooper's been in most. Cooper Sutter not out there tonight, but he's been at most of them. Krebs has been around a lot lately, so yeah, good to see some of these second-year guys with the Hawks back and having good seasons, and hopefully getting rounded into the playoffs. The Hawks will probably be a higher seed in the playoffs and going on the road, but see if they can get things straightened out down the stretch and maybe surprise some people. As there's a cut and a miss, 2-2.
2-2, and O'Brien now at 101 pitches.
So crossing the 100 mark. Like I say, we'll see. I don't know what Pline has, Red Wings manager Pline has in the bullpen. He might just ride O'Brien until he gets in trouble here.
You would think probably no reason not to. He's pitched very well.
Grounder to shortstop. Takes kind of a little skip at the end, but could loose fields it nicely and throws to get Tegland out, 2 away.
Now
So 2 outs in the 8th for the Hawks, quickly running out of chances here in this game. See if Krebs can get a rally started with 2 outs here in the 8th inning, down 2. Hits it sharply, but foul.
Good luck finding that one for the $1 Michael Parsons.
Yeah, I think that's going to live in the woods forever. And O'Brien stepping off in the back of the mound. Oh, he's back on the rubber and ready to go. All the pitchers have been working pretty quickly tonight. And that's fouled back to the right. We're just a shade over 2 hours and into the bottom of the 8th inning already. Pretty tightly played game for the most part. Fielding's been pretty solid, except for a couple of tough plays for the Hawks. A couple of lost foul pops, but Red Wing 1 error, but other than that, pretty clean.
Yeah, just rolled up his glove, I think, at short. But yeah, they've been very good as well, and like you said, it's been a pretty good, well played ball game.
One and two is outside, 2-2. That is grounded to third, hit pretty sharply. Azar's got it, and a 1-2-3 inning for the Aces in the bottom of the 8th. So 3 big outs by O'Brien there, getting through the middle of the Hawks order. with no damage, and we'll get to face the kind of back half of that lineup in the 9th inning. We're through 8. Aces leading it by 2. Reese Cox will be right back out to try to hold it at that in just a minute. We'll be right back.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Todd's in the hospital.
From vaping. Promise you won't vape, Emma.
Not cool.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
All right, back at you for the 9th, 4-2. The Hawks trailing it, looking for another late inning rally. We had one of those on TV earlier this year against the Burnsville Bobcats. See if the Hawks can find some more magic on a muggy Tuesday night. Switching the field, Hawks veteran Nick Horsch is going to be out in left, replacing Cooper Pagel, getting a league game in.
Yeah, nothing Cooper did. Just want to get Nick in a league game, get one of his appearances he needs for the playoffs.
And a strike across to Rogers, 0-1. There he is. You can see number 9 out there. Played plenty of innings in that outfield, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, over the years, he's moved from center to left. And, Corey Walters will tell you immediately that Nick Horsch taught him how to play the outfield in this league for sure.
Yeah, always hear every game. A great guy to have, a great guy that knows the game. It's always fun to watch a game with Nick, as that one is just going to sneak into center field for just a little roller single. Gets by Cox, and Zach can't quite get to it at second base. So another just slow rolling single. Look at that, just yep. No way for Simon to really be expected to get to that ball. He can get dirty. He can get a little dirty there, number 5.
That's true.
And there's a bunt. Larson's got it. Throws over to first base, wild, and that is going to be a run. That's going to go way into the corner, and run is going to come around to score. All the way to third is, I believe that is Gibbert. So once again, just a little hit, finding some error, and bunt. Tried to field by Larson at third base. Made a good job barehanding and scooping it. Just threw wildly very high of Pagel over at first base. First error of the game for the Hawks, and it's a big one. It's a 3-base error to will give Red Wing another insurance run, push it to 5-2.
Thank you.
Pinch runner, I believe, at third base.
Pinch runner at third base.
The Kunai, who were known
Kunai
is more of a pitcher.
Yeah, Kunai getting a pinch running appearance, and that first pitch is outside to Hartman, ball 1.
Probably another guy who needs to get some league appearances.
That could very well be. Yep, may have been here for second pitcher if needed, but O'Brien hasn't needed it so far, as that one is down low 2-0 to Hartman.
Tough spot here, infield in, and you don't have any outs, so we're gonna have to try to get 2 outs without giving up this run.
And that one is going to be bounced straight up the middle, and it's going to be another run in, 6-2. So, Red Wing, wouldn't say quite put it on the shelf, but have really made it a much taller mountain for the Hawks to try to clear with 2 runs here in the top of the 9th inning. One of them is definitely going to be unearned. I don't know about the other one because it would have been second base, 1 out. We'll have to see how the rest of the inning turns out. So Dixon Irwin takes a strike at the knees.
We'll say one thing, it didn't matter right where you played in the infield that time. That was going to be a base hit.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was pretty much straight over the bag. So if you're playing back, if you were playing up, I don't think anybody was getting that ball. Although, you know, who knows the way Cap's been playing it short, maybe he would have had a chance, but it would have been a miraculous play. In any event, 0-2 now to Irwin, and that one is fought off into left field. Horsch diving, cannot come up with it, and everybody is going to be safe. Just a little sinking liner over there. Horsch made a valiant effort for it, slid for it, but could not come up with it. So it's just going to go down as a little fly ball double the other way down the line for Irwin.
And it looks like we'll get another pinch runner, number 43, going to come
Almost got to that ball, did Nick. Just came up short of his glove. So still nobody out. Still the runners have once again, the infield all has to come in. There's a strike to Tegeson, 0-1. That one is just fouled down the third baseline. Almost hit Hartman over at third base. He had to dance out of the way of that.
It's really hard to see down the line. It's kind of got to read what the players were doing.
Right, exactly. It was not far from the bag. It was pretty close. That is diving stop by Kaplan. Throw across and gets the out at first. A run will score, but another nice play by Cap over there at shortstop with the infield pulled in. Does manage to keep the runner at second from moving up. We can get a look at it here. Nice job going to his right and smothering that ball. No chance to get the runner at home, but does get the first out of the inning.
Gets the first out of the inning, and as you said, kept that runner at second base as well.
Allows the Hawks to move back now, as that one is outside to Azar, 0-1. 7-2 now, the Aces up in front. Chopper over to third base. Larson waits for it, looks the runner back, throws across, 2 away. So Ethan Luce 0 for 4. And lines that one right past Coxey up the middle, and that is going to drive another run in. 8-2 Red Wing, as the Aces put up a 4-spot to double their runs here in the 9th. And just kind of a little bit of bad luck for bad luck for Reese on a couple things, but that was a hard hit ball up the middle by Luce, his first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, a couple of good shots up the middle mixed in with some other. As you say, maybe not as hard hit balls that have snuck their way through.
Yep, the inning started on the infield single, and then the bunt that Larson charged in was trying to make a play, and there's a high chopper. That's going to be trouble, and that is going to roll foul. Tegelman will pick it up just on the other side of the line. Yeah, the bounce gods have been with Red Wing all night tonight. That's kind of the way they play, though. They've just go for some green, and they've managed to find it tonight to the tune of 14 hits all of a sudden.
Yeah, they've done a nice job, and when your pitchers are rolling like that, they're just chipping away. Got two in what the 6th inning, take the lead, 1 more in the 7th, and now have cracked it open here in the 9th with 4 more.
Yes, they have. 0-2 now is going to get back to the backstop, and Luce will head up to second base. As now this is, like I say, gotten away from the Hawks pretty well here. Cox just trying to get this last out and get this inning over with. Just getting a piece of it is Reinitz, staying alive, 1-2. That's up and away, 2-2. And staying alive again, just getting a little piece of it. That fouled off somebody. I don't know if it was Peglin's shin guards. Looked like it may have been. Looks like everybody's okay. Kind of bounced off something or someone and deflected into fair territory. Another 2-2 is popped foul, so long AB here on its staying alive. Good battle.
And nothing going on in the bullpen, so the Red Wing definitely getting ready for O'Neill to try to finish this, or O'Brien, excuse me, to finish this game.
Down and away, 3-2. And that's a little, he fights that off into right center field, and it's going to be another run. Good at bat by Reinitz there, just fighting off and fouling off a bunch of pitches, staying alive, and dumping one into center field for the 5th run of the inning for the Aces, 9-2.
Unusual night. Reese hasn't been able to get it by the hitters. To Red Wings' credit, they're dumping a bunch of pitches in there into the outfield, and frankly, 2 or 3 pretty decent hits this inning.
Yeah, just like you say, managed to fight it off till he got something he could handle. And credit where it's due. They've 15 hits, and I think that's about 5 this inning they've gotten off of Cox. And like you say, snap throw down to first base, and runner slides back. The strikeout just, he got 2 last inning, but this inning hasn't been able to put anybody away. He's been up 0-2. He's been up 2 strikes on a lot of guys, but just not quite able to get that finishing touch the way he usually does. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1. This is Coulter Heggie, 9th man to bat this inning. He did strike out against Cox last time. Walked, singled, and bounced into a fielder's choice. That is a little roller over to Simon at second base. He fumbles it for second, throws over, does get it over to Pagel in time, and the inning is over. But the Aces break it open. We're through 8.5. Hawks need a miracle. 9-2 Red Wing. We'll be right back.
Today, 4 Minnesotans lost their lives from fentanyl poisoning.
And 4 more will tomorrow.
Fentanyl is the #1 killer of 18 to 45-year-olds.
It's killing more and more 12 to 17-year-olds. They're people we care about.
Like my brother.
My sister.
My best friend. We have the power to make a difference in our community. Join us in the fight against the fentanyl crisis.
Who are we? We are artists. We are entertainers. We are storytellers. We are teachers. We keep you informed. We follow the action. Who are we? We are Hastings Community TV.
Pitcher Johan Zorn. Trying to get these last 3 out for the Aces. Now big. Putting up 5. Okay, Johan Zorn back at you, coming in for the top of the 9th in relief. Aces out to a big lead in relief of Aiden O'Brien, who pitched 8 good innings.
Yeah, kind of fooled us there. We never seen him down in the bullpen. We just figured O'Brien would come back out, but with the 7-run lead now, they'll put Zorn in the game.
Yep, 7-run lead and already 100 and
I think it was
107 pitches and a long time sitting down there. I think probably the Klein made the right call here.
Yeah, definitely the combination of the two with all those pitches and the time off in between innings.
So Taylor Pagel will try to start it off, see if we can get something going for the Hawks here. Down 7 in the bottom of the ninth. Takes the ball high. It's going to be Pagel, Brathel, and then I assume Nick Horsch.
Actually, I think Coop's back in the on deck circle.
Okay.
Or by the dugout.
Got it. Okay. Well, we'll see when he comes up 2-0. Popped foul and out of play.
Nice close $1 foul ball, courtesy Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
Interesting there. Pagel using that bat is almost something to use to try to loosen up that muscle.
So that's 3-1. Well, you'd think he knows all the tricks being out there and playing ball for as long as he has. 3-1 is chopped foul up the third base line and fill the count. And that is roller down to third base. High throw over to the bag, but good job able to receive it as Irwin over there. He kind of had to step back on the backside of the bag to catch that rainbow. Really rainbowed that one over there.
Knock on number 7, Bennett Brathel.
So here's Brathel, 0 for 3, struck out, popped out, and grounded out. That is skied into center field. Gibbard has to move about 2 steps, and Brathel is down on the pitch, 2 away. And it'll be Cooper Pagel, last chance for the Hawks here tonight.
Number 2, Cooper Pagel.
That is a roller to shortstop. Throw offline is going to get away. The Pagel looks down towards second base, but I think he down 7. No sense getting crazy here. The Hawks just need base runners at this point.
Yeah, it's got to start somewhere, but you don't want to make the out at the end of the game at the on the base pass.
Absolutely. After they open the door just a sliver for you, just a sliver of a sliver. See if Zach Simon can keep it going. Look at a new pitcher. He struck out 3 times against O'Brien. I'm sure he's glad to see the end of him and take a chance against somebody else. Takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
And when you're struggling, man, add strike 1 every at bat, it feels like.
Sure, absolutely, yep. And follows that one straight back. Got a good cut at it on time, straight back to the backstop. So Hawks now down to their last strike. And it's a little flare into short left field. That might be trouble, but nope, coming in. Nice job by Rogers ranging in to make the play and end the night for the Hawks. So Red Wings splits the season series with a 9-2 victory here at Vets Park. Hawks jumped out to a 2-0 lead early and pretty tight game throughout until the Aces blew it open with a 5-run ninth. That's going to be, I believe, Dennis Reinhardt will get the loss tonight, and Aiden O'Brien pitched 8 strong innings for the W. 9 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors for the Aces, 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Hawks. Hawks dropped their third in a row. We'll try to right the ship this weekend, Derek, as Rochester and Prescott come to town for Rivertown Days.
Yeah, it'd be a nice time for us to get this turned around here a little bit. I believe the Hawks are 11-14 on the year, and they owe Prescott one after losing over there last weekend. I think that right now we might have about a Hawk 9 here for Saturday, so we'll have to see what the lineup is. And then Sunday, of course, the big section game with the Rochester Royals coming to town.
Yep, we'll see if we can. Sean might have to make some calls, see if he can scare up some guys to come out here on Saturday. But we will see you then. Hopefully we'll see you out in person. This will be our last broadcast of the year here on HCTV for the Hastings Hawks anyway. So thanks as always to the Big Pinky, Hunter Pinky, for coming out and doing this for us. He's been our producer-director tonight. I have been Johnny Stocker, along with Derek Simon, Ian Andrusek, Max Slocum, Avery Cheeseman, and Will Celine on the cameras, and Hunter was doing your graphics and replays. You get a look at the Hawks taking their circle after the game. Like I say, they'll try to get off the schneid on Saturday. HCTV baseball fans, as we said, you can join us here back on HCTV Thursday evening as Hastings Legion will take on the Woodbury Legion. I believe you're going to have the pleasure of Bruce and Derek on that broadcast as Hunter Pinky comes out here one more time. Thanks to everybody at HCTV from the Hastings Hawks for all you do for us. We appreciate it very much. Great partnership, and we hope to see you back here next year for more Hawks baseball. Perhaps we'll get a playoff game in, but this is our last scheduled game. So, hey, thanks everybody that watched this season. Thanks, Hunter, for doing everything. We will try to get some more of our single cam home games on single cams. So Saturday and Sunday, you can check the Hastings Hawks YouTube page. There'll be single cam games. They won't be the fully produced ones from Hunter, but still you can see what's going on and get us on the calls. So, hey, hopefully we will see you then. For any final thoughts, Derek?
We got 8 good innings tonight, just one bad inning at the end of the night, and Hawks still struggling to get things going here. We'll see if we can change things around Saturday when Prescott comes to town.
Yeah, the bats have been hot, and they just kind of fizzled this last week, getting 2 runs in each of the last 3 games. We were seeing a lot of 7, 8, 9 double digits games before that. Hopefully the Hawks can find the bats and get back to that this weekend. So anyway, for Derek Simon, Bruce Karnick, Hunter Pinky, the rest of the crew at HCTV, hey, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you guys next year. Have a good night.